So guys, the ELGATO HD60, here it is in all its glory, and in a second I'm going to be opening this up in front of you guys and letting you see the contents inside. I'll also be hooking it up to the PS4 and the Xbox One, giving you guys an inside look of what it actually captures at. I've had great reviews myself. This thing's meant to be absolutely amazing. Problems: if you are looking for one of these, it doesn't do 1080p and 60 frames per second, only 1080p and 30, which I think is perfectly fine. The other problem you're going to find there anyway at the moment, currently, YouTube doesn't allow 60 frames per second at 1080p, but it is coming. But if you really want that, it's going to be the HD60S model you're going to need. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get and have a wee look at what's inside. So, let's get in about and see what the Game Capture HD60 by ELGATO has got inside. So there's the front of the box, side of the box, and the back of the box. Now, I know I said earlier on that it doesn't do 60 frames per second 1080p, but on the back of the box here it says that it does, but we'll need to check that out. So anyway, sleeve aside, your skills immortalized. Okay, so quite a nice packaging. Here's straight into the ELGATO, no messing around. Feels nice. It's oh, don't want to see the serial code there. So it's got a wee bit of weight to it. It's about the weight of your phone, but it's nice and compact. You've got your HDMI in with a USB and a 3.5mm jack, along with an HDMI out, and that's pretty much all that's on this device. Let's see what else is in the box. I'm guessing that's warranty or something like that. Yep, read that. If you don't know what an HDMI in and out is, it tells you here in this little diagram. Great. USB to micro USB. Do we really need to open this? Why not? Just in case none of you guys have ever seen a cable before. There it is. I'm not going to play with the twisty thing, but that's your cable. Looks to be about maybe 2 to 3 meters long. Not too bad. And we also get an HDMI cable, which I think is a nice touch. Normally you don't get HDMI cables with devices. Well, maybe you do more now these days, but there we go. I don't know if it's HDMI 2.0 or I need to look into that, but we get one, and that's it. There's a, let's just check, there's nothing on the back here. No, I guess this is a wee sticker or something from ELGATO. Great, I don't really know if I'll use that. If you guys want it, I doubt anyone cares enough, but if you want it, you can have it. And that's pretty much the most basic unboxing, no messing around, but yeah, nice packaging. So let's get to see what the actual device performs like. Okay guys, so first you want to do is locate your console, locate the HDMI out on the back of it, plug in the cable as shown, into your HDMI in on the ELGATO HD60 shown here. Then you want to get the micro USB port, plug in the cable as shown, into the USB port of your computer. Then you want to get your HDMI cable on the output of the HD60 into your TV, and you're good to go. So before you want to start using your ELGATO HD60, you first want to go to your web browser and go to this address, elgato.com/gaming/download, and either choose the latest version for your Windows, or in my case the latest version for your Mac OS 10 or above. I don't need to download this, so we'll just go straight to the Game Capture HD software interface, and that's it. It's very straightforward. There are a lot of settings you can play around with. We're not really going to dive into those because the main thing is, once you've connected your device, in this case my PlayStation 4, you can choose the game audio levels, live streaming, choose the frame rate. You can even edit the videos in this if you wish, but the main thing that you really want to do is once it's connected, everything's straightforward. You can name your title, your folder, choose your destination. I think that's in here somewhere. Yep, you can change the location of where you want it to export the video to, and you can just hit the record button right here, and in this case we will do that, and we will get straight into playing the game. Just for entertainment, we'll just go to play the Explorer level. So let's see how this captures. We'll just save it here. Yes. Loading and saving. You think they would have improved that on the new consoles? I remember when they first announced the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, how quick loading times were going to be. It would almost be instantaneously. Don't get me wrong, they are quicker, but they're not much quicker than what the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360's loading times were. In fact, some games are slower. I know this game particularly had a patch dedicated to improving the loading times, because you could be sitting there for about 3 to 5 minutes just waiting, watching the wee gold coin spin. But if you guys haven't played this game, I highly recommend picking it up. If you don't own a PS4, it's actually worth getting a PS4 just for this game. A lot of people won't do that, of course. It is a lot of money for one game, but it's the best game one of the best games I've ever played. For me, for a long time, it was always Half-Life. Half-Life was the be-all and end-all, and I was very stubborn about that, even though decades later, because I'm old, you'd be playing games. Of course they're better, of course the graphics are far better, but there was something about Half-Life's atmosphere that it couldn't be beaten, okay? And that changed when Naughty Dog released The Last of Us, and to this day I still have to say that is the best game I have ever played, because the immersion, the story, the acting, everything is just phenomenal. You also notice I'm playing this game without a HUD. I kind of got used to doing that because I've played through this about 4, maybe 5 times. Got pretty much every single trophy except 5 multiplayer ones, because I cannot do the trials. I suck at trials. Other than that, I could play this game over and over and over again and just can't get bored of it. The other thing I wanted to say is, if you haven't played The Last of Us, that game is also worth getting a PlayStation 4 for. I'm not concentrating, I should be knocking these guys out of the water. There we go, there's one. And 2. The Last of Us was... I don't even know how to describe it if you've never played it. I think most people watching this will have played it somewhere or the other. Because the first time I actually played the game was on the PlayStation 4's remaster, so I never played it on PS3. I mean, I'm more of an Xbox One player at the moment. If you guys haven't seen my review on, or a comparison even, of the Xbox One versus PlayStation 4, it's fairly old now, it's over a year old. And a lot of things have changed, especially with a lot of the updates that we've received on either console. So my opinions have slightly changed, but I'm still leaning more on an Xbox One player. But I always tend to think I like both. I'm recording on the PS4 because this game is one it is. I haven't played my Xbox One since this came out. Literally since May, I've just been playing this, and I've completed it time and time again. Sometimes I like to I've been doing a lot of time to get my trophies unlocked, and you know, it's just a fun game to play, and it's a beautiful game to play. It's one of those games that you can just look at. I mean, look at this. Can you imagine with the PlayStation 4 Neo if they decide to use the power of that and do an upgrade or a remaster of this in the future? to like, I don't know, 4K perhaps, or you know, they could just add more particle effects or whatever, because they haven't really spoke about that, like especially with the Scorpio. Now this isn't obviously an Xbox game, it's a PlayStation exclusive, but you know, games equally, like for instance the Rise of the Tomb Raider, right? I still haven't finished that. It is a very, very good game. It's a beautiful looking game, but it just doesn't compare with Uncharted. And if they were to do a remaster of that on the Scorpio, they might do that. Now I know that they say that the console's not going to be making better games solely just for the Scorpio, but I don't know if that's true, because they'll say that, okay, we're going to be giving you games in 4K, and those titles which are new will have HDR, 4K resolution, and slightly better performance than the Xbox One or One S versions of that game. But that's just, the developers could go another route and say, let's keep it at 1080p and use those extra power to give even better visuals. Or let's take old titles at the time like Rise of the Tomb Raider, Halo 5, you know, they could do the same with the Neo, with Uncharted 4. Let's do a 4K remaster, like they did with The Last of Us. When that came out in PS3, it looked amazing, but then the PS4 came out and they did a remaster, and yeah, it did look better. They did the same with the original Tomb Raider, so let's see where they might go with that. Anyway, this whole point of this isn't me playing this game, it's just regarding the capture software, and so far I think it's an amazing little tool. I've had a few wee tests with it, and it records beautifully in 1080p. I'm not really bothered about the whole 60 frames per second thing. And why, on that note, I missed that there. Yeah, well, fuck it. The whole 60 frames per second seems to be a big push, is why a lot of consoles are trying to really strive to achieve, get 60 frames per second. I don't think there's anything wrong with 30, I really don't. I think 30 is fine. I would rather personally have better visuals at 30 frames per second, or than have less visuals at 60 when your eye can't really tell the difference all that much. Right, so with an online game like Call of Duty, Battlefield, or any kind of shooter, yeah, 60 frames per second definitely will make a difference. A game like this, which is either in 30 or 60, it really doesn't matter. I think it looks more cinematic in 30. I think it gives the developers more room for working on exceptional visuals. First time I played this bit, I shat myself. I was like, whoa, I thought I was going to fall. That's a good way, by the way, guys, to get rid of the guys with the armour, because if you try and do melee combat, they'll always beat you. It's just when you get their helmet off. So if you do an above attack, like I just did, like one of these or something, their helmets come off, and then you can just finish them off with a either more hand to hand, because there is an achievement for that. There you go. So, and then you can just punch them once, twice, shoot them, whatever, no problem. So as I was saying, if you decide to just jump on those guys and take them out with a punch, it can be a lot quicker than try to waste a lot of shotgun ammo, or if you don't have a powerful weapon. Anyway, this section here, first time I played it, oh, it's mental. It's like a wee homage almost, where they've just built on sections like the part in Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, where Chloe and Drake are in a building that starts to collapse with the helicopters chasing you. This section is kind of a reminder of that, only it's far crazier. It blew me away the first time, and it's really intense because you just don't know. Like this bit right here, is obviously very similar, only it's not over. You're now swinging from a rope and being shot at. Now you can stop here and shoot at these guys, but the first time you play it, you're just like, ah, there you go, quick, 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 quick. You don't realise, because there's an achievement you can get there if you hang from the rope and get 20 odd headshots. Hangman, I think it's called. It's quite difficult to do though, especially when I was doing it on crushing. Oh, that's crazy. That's just mental. And you think, oh, I'm safe, and it's not over yet. And you just never try and fight these guys because you cannot kill them. There is a thing you can do. This is an achievement again. But if you take one of the, I can't remember what a rifle it is. It's the one. It's a gold assault rifle. I think it's the only one. And if you just fire as many bullets as you can into him, I can't remember what the achievement was. Let me guys know in the comments what you think of the ELGATO HD60. If you need a link to one of these, look in the description box. I'll put in a link to the ELGATO. And of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.